Why are so many in Washington still calling for it, including some in the Republican Party? John Daniel Davidson has been watching all of this. He's the political editor at The Federalist. He joins us tonight. John, thanks for coming on. Am I missing something? And you hate to preface every sentence with it. It's hardly a defense of the Russian invasion to ask, how much deeper into this war does the United States want to go?
No, it's a good question, and it's a question that prudent and cautious and circumspect leadership would be asking and would be advocating for in public as well. Earlier you talked about Representative Adam Kinzinger with these crazy, going on Twitter to talk tough about imposing a no-fly zone. That kind of analysis doesn't quite get as far as what happens when you shoot the first Russian plane down,
right.
Which, as you said, that means you're at war. U.S. at war with Russia. It's reckless, Tucker, but the sad truth is I think there's a lot of people in Washington that would like to have a war with Russia. They would like the U.S. to be at war, and they have their own reasons for wanting that.
Well, that's for sure. They have their own reasons for wanting that. Some of it is just pure emotion, and people get carried away, and I'm sympathetic. We all get carried away. But this is too big a question to allow yourself to be carried away if you're a leader. My question is, I think Biden, I never say this, but is taking the right position right now on this. But there's almost no bad idea that he hasn't fallen for, from vax mandates to packing the Supreme Court. If he gets enough pressure, he will change his view. How long off is that, do you think?
It's hard to say. This is the one issue in Washington where you can actually get bipartisan support. Republicans and Democrats can come together and say, hey, let's get U.S. troops involved in a European land war. And this is the one thing I would say for the Republicans, for kind of the neoconservative faction, the never Trump faction of the Republican Party, they see this as their way back into power to kind of seize a hold of the GOP again. Whereas, anyone who's been paying attention to American politics knows over the past 5 or 6 years, American voters and Republicans have moved on from the neocons, and we're not going to fall for this delusion anymore that, foreign wars are more important than what's going on at home. So that's part of what's happening here.